Okay, so in this video we're going to look at creating shapes and adjusting the size of shapes and things like that. Now one thing you'll notice is, so when I drag a shape in, you have all these shapes on the right here, and then if you click this menu here, there's other kinds of shapes that you can find. We're just going to focus on the basic shapes for now. So we'll drag in a box, okay? And then this thing pops up and I can actually adjust here the length, the width, and the height, or the height. Okay, I don't generally use that to make those adjustments. Instead, what I'm going to use is this ruler. So if you click on the ruler right here on the right, you can drag it out, and then I can go ahead and manually input these values. So I can say this is going to be 15, and then the little warning is going to pop up because once I start editing things like this, I can't use this tool anymore to work on it. And it's kind of a preference thing. If you'd rather use that, you can. So let's say I want this to be 100 millimeters tall. I'll make it 100 millimeters tall. If I want this to be 10 millimeters wide, I'll make it 10 millimeters wide. And so now I just made this really tall rectangular prism. Now the units here are millimeters. Okay, so 100 millimeters would be the equivalent of 10 centimeters or 0.1 meters. And so this right here, 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. 15 millimeters would be 1.5 centimeters. Okay, and as I was saying, I like to use this ruler tool so I can manually input those values. If I want, I can put another shape next to it. Okay, so here's a cylinder. We can change the dimensions of this, maybe make it 55 wide and 14 in that direction, and then maybe we'll make it 80 tall, so that would be like 8 centimeters. And you can just kind of add more shapes as you like, and that's basically how you kind of create and resize shapes. As I said, you can do this by hand by adjusting, okay, but I prefer using the ruler. If you want to get rid of the ruler, you can press the X. If you want to get it back, you click here and bring it back, okay. And my recommendation is that whenever you're changing the size of something, you use the ruler so you know the exact size and you can tell it exactly how big to be. One other thing you can do is you can rotate objects. Just be careful about this, because if you start rotating stuff, it can be difficult to adjust the size of it. If you rotate it in this plane, it can be difficult to adjust the size, and it's going to lift off the plane, which can cause you problems later too. So like if I'm not being careful and I'm trying to get it like back to normal, I could end up being off by a little bit, which might cause me problems later. Now it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay, so that's some basic navigation and construction, I guess.